he's happy with it, so we'll just
I'm interested to see because we played scratch match in
They go to Bali in 2 weeks' time. 10 days ago, Bali.
Yeah,
celebrating a win.
So excited.
More must. Can't save money out of my savings. What? That's the weird thing. Any savings.
Yeah, you guys got a good food.
She phoned me, we're driving over there. And obviously the weather's a bit unpredictable at the moment. We're trying to go brushing drive. She hang on line, she phoned me and she's crying. 2 days brushing, it's raining. It's going to be better than it, like. Jake's drove because it's playing.
Yeah. Did he have one? He didn't have one. Oh, he kicked one. Oh, yeah. Nah, he's got it. He's got it. A little bit of wind up.
Yeah, Johnny, everyone's coming in the kitchen with you guys, but I'm in kitchen.
Oh, yeah. It's there in the show. It's all that matters.
But he'll be in there late anyway, won't be there at 2.
Oh, that's what we said.
I'm happy to be a neighbour in there.
Thanks. We're just going to sit right. I know.
We'll just come straight back.
I'm going to do it
How are you?
Yeah, you might know because they're coming out now. What do I speak to you about?
Yeah.
See you later.
So easy somewhere now. Written off.
I don't know. No. I had a few dramas with it, and then I had a mate pull it apart, and then he couldn't put it back together. And then I had another mate try to put it back together, and he couldn't put it back together. Yeah, but it was just like no mechanical issue because they had to pull it apart. And so they don't want to put it back together and it not work, and then so it's been sitting there for a while. I probably shouldn't have let him pull it apart before. So I've just been going out my mum's for a year and a half.
And welcome here to Calingiri Oval sees the Mortlock round 9 clash between Calingiri and Toodyay. My name's Cam Rollins and thanks for your company on this Sunday afternoon. Should be a fairly good game, this one. Toodyay had a good win last week, 15-14, defeated Darren 10-3 by 41 points. And Calingiri also had a good win over Wongan Hills, 13-15, 93 to 5-42 by 51 points. Currently Toodyay sitting third with 4 wins and Calingiri sitting fourth with 3 wins. And my name's, as I said, Cam Roberts. Looking forward to this clash. Conditions here are pretty good. Bit of rain throughout the week and also early morning, but as you can see on that fantastic screen here, the conditions here are fairly good. A few clouds in the sky, a little bit of a breeze, and we see the warm-up of the Calingiri side right in front of us. And you always tell when a team is switched on by hitting targets, and these guys look pretty switched on at the moment. And looking forward to some big players there from Toodyay. And White kicked 7 goals last week. Nick White, number 13, so keep an eye on him for Toodyay. And for Calingiri, Leeson kicked 4 last week, Back 2, and also Sinclair kicked 5. So look out for him, number 15, Michael Sinclair. So it should be a high-scoring game, this, and in the context of this Mort League round 9 clash, very important as both sides are sitting 3rd and 4th. Who's it going to be? Who's going to win? Will the Calingiri home advantage take them over the line, or will Toodyay the Lions? Will they have enough to get over the circle? So interesting too, throughout the course of the day, they're playing for obviously the best player on the ground, and they get a fantastic pair of Archie thongs. And also goal of the year as well, contenders. And the Agfrey mark of the year, would you believe they get $3,500 for the mark of the year, thanks to Agfrey. And thanks very much to Filming Footy and Country Clashes to provide the opportunity to see these games live and streaming on Filming Footy. So fantastic how the old live stream's gone from where it was years ago, where you can actually see a game in your bedroom and anywhere in the world. So there's Toodyay running out on the ground there. They're dressed in the Subiaco Guernseys there, known as the Lions. And a couple of key players, as I said, for Toodyay being young White. Nick White, number 13, as I said, he kicked 7 goals last week, and they're the reasons why they beat Darren by 41 points. So should be an even contest, this one. The ground here, Calingiri, in very, very good condition. And a big shout out to the local council here and also all the volunteers who do a fantastic job each week to make sure these games are ready to rock and roll. There's Leighton Brown on screen, number 3 for Toodyay, very key player for them. And warming up too is Thomas May, number 8 as well. No relation to Archie May. He made his league debut for Eston yesterday. Former player for Subiaco and picked up in the mid-season AFL draft by the Bombers. He made his debut yesterday, and unfortunately they got absolutely poleaxed by the side there in the Blues. And the umpires getting in their respective positions, the goal umpires. And all our streaming partners and sponsors on the top of the screen. One of those is the Funk Ciders. Always good to have a Funk Cider up there in the Swan Valley. Macintosh and Sons as well. And obviously without filming footy and classic clashes, this stream would not be able to make themselves available to everyone here. And still doing the warm-up, Calingiri there to the right. They're wearing the blue Guernseys with a yellow stripe. And as I said, they look pretty switched on both sides. Got to get off to a fairly good start. There's Tristan Pearson on the screen there, number 49 for Calingiri. And also Tyson Nolan, number 28. And taking a set shot here is Michael Sinclair on screen here. He was good last week against Wongan Hills. He booted 5, so some key matchups there. And the players still in their warm-up and making sure they're all switched on and ready to rock and roll. This is the round 9 Mortlock League Clash of Life from Calingiri. It's Toodyay currently sitting third with 4 wins and Calingiri sitting fourth with 3 wins. And good competition this one. A few weeks, obviously, thanks to Filming Footy and Country Clashes. All those games will be streaming live for the Ag-Free Country Championships. 2025 Country Championships in 3 divisions, Division 1, 2 and 3, and also Colts Divisions 1 and 2 as well, where it's a good exhibition of country footy from all over the state. We've got teams coming all the way from the Pilbara, all the way from down in the Goldfields and the Esperance Footy League, and as well all the way up in Broome to Kununurra as well. So we have a good cross-section of representation of country footballers throughout the state. And they will be congressing on Perth on the 12th, 13th and 14th of July, which is only just under a month away. And the clouds in the sky there in the background. Umpires practicing the bounce in the middle of the pitch. And as I said, conditions here are looking very good at the moment. And all is in progress now, waiting for the toss of the call. And we'll see who wins that, whether or not they go to the right of the screen or the left of the screen. And as I said, some major awards throughout the year. One of those is the goal of the year. The Ag-Free Mark of the year was $3,500 worth. And also the Archie Funds, which is the best on the ground. And they are the best things going around, don't you worry about that. Got a few pairs myself, and they are a very, very good, comfortable fit on the feet. A couple of young lads in front of us just practicing their skills. One's dressed in a Toodyay Lions outfit there. And there's both captains coming to centre of the oval here at Calingiri. And we'll see who's going to win the toss. Charlie Harding, the captain there for Calingiri. Small in stature, but very hard nosed football player for Calingiri. And one of the keys here for them, if they want to be victorious this afternoon, and the captain for Toodyay there on screen. And we'll see who wins the toss here. And Calingiri have won the toss and they're kicking to the right off the screen. And we're about to commence this game of footy. And who's going to be the winners here? Bill Corduroy, the captain there for Toodyay. Very vital player for their side. And there's the Calingiri huddle there, nice and tight. And talking about how they're going to obviously win the game of footy this afternoon. So just about ready for the progress of the game here this afternoon. Players getting their respective positions. Thanks for your company on this Sunday afternoon. A few little late changes in the budget there, so apologies there. I'm just trying to make sure that all the players have their correct Guernsey numbers there. And we're just about to commence proceedings very shortly. And here we are about to start this round 9 clash. Big guns in the midfield there for Toodyay. One of those is Crook and McDonald. And here we are about to start. Umpire throws a ball in the air and start the proceedings here. Calingiri, good ruck knocked in by Barry. He dived on the footy, tried to get the ball out. Stacks the middle here, good defensive tackle there by the captain and Harding, and no tie. The umpire says give the ball to me. So it's Roberts and also Barry, giving the one to Barry. A bit of injury off the ball here, keep an eye on that. Isaac Barry, a little bit concussed there. Defensive tackling Toodyay was good. Stacks on the middle, good defensive tackle then by Patterson from Calingiri. Looks like Barry's pulled up okay. Barry doing the ruck work, good leap by him, but out thumped this time by big Braden Roberts. Good passage of play here by the Toodyay. Forward, they go into the forward pocket here. Ball's going to have enough to bounce there. Went through traffic. Good tackle from behind by El Whistle. Have the footy now, can use the wing play here. And they use that well, and Callum Slow marks the right half back flank here for Calingiri. Sam Clune it is, so Clune down the right. It's going to stay in play and touch over the line eventually by Harmelane. And the boundary umpire right in front of the Toodyay bench says give the ball to me for a boundary line throw. We've got 1:15 of this first quarter, still no score on the board. It's Toodyay versus Calingiri. Out-muscled this time by Barry. Might have given away a free kick, I think he has. So it's going to the opposition. Ruckman there and Braden Roberts. He pumps the ball to centre half forward and on a good lead is big Riley May. Went to a bit of space. The delivery of the footy was silver service by Braden Roberts. And opportunity now for the first goal on the board to the gun key forward in Riley May for Toodyay. So May just inside 50-metre mark here. Right behind this kick, leans back on this. Goal umpire hugs it right. And the first score on the scoreboard's a minor score, and that's to Toodyay. They are 1 point. Calingiri yet to score. And he's going to do the kick-outs here for Calingiri. Both players going for it, but I think it's going to be Tommy Clune for Calingiri. So Clune is going to hug that left half-back flank with a nice low penetrating kick. Trapped it beautifully with the Calingiri key forward, but he's turned the footy back over. And Corduroy, it's two of them, one of those is Harry. He marks and pumps the ball to centre half forward, and good defensive marks and taken by Clune in the left back pocket. Still in this plays, just getting into a bit of space there. So he hugs the ball on the left half back flank here with a low penetrating kick. And umpires pay that mark. It's to Taj Stanley. He pulls the trigger on the corridor, risky kick, but it comes off. They're out in the danger here thanks to Harding. He chills with the ball on the half-forward flank by Jacob Feast. So Feast kicking half out from goals, lowers his eyes. The kick was order in the end. Good defensive pressure by Toodyay. The tackle was good, should be holding the footy. Umpire says playing to advantage here, so Velios has that. Goes to the middle of the corridor, handball over the top. Got the numbers here at Toodyay, got the 1-2 go on the left foot. They kick the ball to the left half-forward flank. Defensive ball was very good by the Calingiri defender. He picks the footy up. Oh, there was Nolan. And kicks the ball to the boundary line right in front of the Toodyay bench. And that's the boundary says give the ball to me. So we've gone 3.5 minutes of this first quarter a low scoring affair at the moment. Toodyay a 1 point. Calingiri yet to score. It's Mortlock footy, round 9 clash. The boundary umpire throws a footy in. Good effort by the ruckman there, and Barry brings the ball to the ground, but Toodyay, the Lions have the numbers, trying to pick the ball up. Pretty hot in the kitchen there, trying to get the ball out. Umpires let the play go on here. Good defensive tackle once again by Harmelin. It's Tyler Harmelin, number 22, the good mullet. Umpire says no pride, give the ball to me for another ball up there. So it's Roberts over the top, outrucked this by Barry. Good defensive tackle then by the captain, and Harding held to him. And the umpire says give the ball to me for another secondary ball up. Let me swing here. Good effort then by Barry, bring the ball to the ground, hit the ball hard, left his player. Well done by the Toodyay plick, that is Corduroy. Trying to find his teammate, he's under a bit of pressure. Might get the handball, no they don't, they go on the left in the end. A little chiseler kick to the forward pocket. Numbers here with Toodyay, go one way, go the other. It's kicked an absolute beauty, and that is a contender for the goal of the day. Jacob Corboy on that left, and that is a contender for the Agri Mark of the Year. And goal of the all-in-one. Excellent goal then. Toodyay and Jacob Corboy. Kept his feet, kept his balance, went on his non-preferred as his left, and he's nailed it through for the first goal to Toodyay. Thanks to Jacob Corboy. Done all the attacking so far. Toodyay probably should be a bit more in front. 5:22 are gone, 1-1-7 they are. Calingiri yet to score. Bry throws a footy up. Good ruck work then by Barry there for Calingiri. And laid a fairly good tackle the opposition ruck, but might have gone a little bit high. Umpire said it certainly did. So Calingiri have the footy right in the centre here. Calingiri main oval. He goes straight down the high diddle. Numbers it over with a Toodyay. Went back in the contest. That was Farrow. And defensive rush through for up behind for Calingiri. So they're on the scoreboard. They are 1 point. Toodyay are 1-1-7 within 6 minutes of this first quarter. And this round 9 Mortlock clash between Calingiri and Toodyay. So it's the Vice Captain Ferguson. Looks like he's got the kicking duties here this afternoon for Toodyay. He's going to play onto advantage to this right half-back flank. Nice, pretty ordinary kick. Just playing up all kinds of pressure, but through traffic is good. Draw the handball on the top, try to find Harmon. He gave it the don't argue, a bit of pressure. Well done by Calingiri. Picked the ball up beautiful with Sam Clune. Over the top there to Michael Sinclair. Sinclair's kicked to the point of the square here. Beautiful weighted kick. And the players marked there for Calingiri. Could have gone for goal, Sinclair. As I said, he kicked 5 last week. Used his teammate, was in a better position. And the opportunity here for Calingiri to get their first goal on the board. 20 metres out. Bit of a slight angle. Leans back on this kick. And it's gone through for a goal. So good counter goal back there for Calingiri. They get their first goal due to the courtesy of Ethan Backey. They've got one. Toodyay have got one, and it's all even Stevens 1-1-7. We're going 7-18 of this first quarter. Very unselfish play there by Sinclair. Could have gone for goals, but saw out of the corner his eyes Ethan Backek in a better position and waited to kick beautifully, all by himself, marked and converted, and we're all wrapped up in a very good start by both sides here. 3rd versus 4th in the middle of ground once again. Barry hasn't been unchanged at the ruck. Wins this one decisively. Ball comes the opposite of the ground here. Put the foot race on here. Sam Chitty, bit of pace. Trying to paddle the ball along with a good effort by Chitty, but also a good effort by Tristan Pearson. Brought the ball into the contest. Calingiri have numbers. Good defensive pressure by Toodyay. Pleaded for the kick. The kick's not there. Now he's a bit of trouble. And the umpire says, give the ball to me. So ball up. Left half forward flank for Toodyay. Once again, good knock by the ruckman there in Barry for Calingiri. He hugs the boundary line. The numbers are low with Toodyay. Roving front and centre was okay. The ball's in front of him. That was Thompson. Still Thompson. Caught one high. Umpires let him play go on. And I think it's held to him. He's given the benefit of the doubt. Good defensive tackle there by Joseph Woods of Calingiri. So right on that defensive wing. Good effort by Barry. Found his teammate by hands. That was Harding, the captain. He's trying to find his teammate. That was Patterson. He got very hit by Bill Corduroy, the captain. And the boundary umpire is going to throw the ball in. So coming up to 9 minutes of this first quarter. Even Stevens so far, 1-1-7 apiece. Umpire throws in pretty shallow. Good effort there by Barry, trying to find his teammate. Gave him the Donaga, that was Sam Clune. He picked his own footy out, does Clune now. He kicks the ball to left half forward flank. Long penetrating kick, running hard on the top there is Michael Sinclair. He kept the ball in play. Good defensive pressure there by Nick White for Toodyay. And boundary umpire says a ball in. No sneaker goal here. Calingiri start off fairly quiet, but last couple of minutes have done okay. Doing the ruck work this time was Beckett who kicked the last goal. And he's going to push that wide for another score here to Calingiri. They are 1-2-8, Toodyay 1-1-7. Margin 1 point. And bringing into play there is Villios, Bo Villios there for Toodyay. It's Villios, right half back flank, finds his teammate, lace out. It's Jackson Crook. And good defensive ruck effort by Isaac Barry. Been pretty impressed with him. Number 12 on screen for Calingiri. A very good athletic leap. And good ruck duel between Braden and Roberts there for Toodyay. So Roberts in front, out muscled this time by Barry. He bringing the ball to the ground, well rowed front and centre by Calingiri by hands. Ball's in the play here. Toodyay with numbers. Might have been a throw. And holding the ball, it's the ladder. Good defensive pressure by Calingiri. And an opportunity here to have a ping for goals. And it's Alex Quinn. Very good defensive tackle by Calingiri. So Quinn, 25-30 metres out, bit of an angle here. Person of the experience though. Should be a pretty easy shot for Quinn. Lining up here, leans back on it. And he's kicked it through, so good goal effort to Calingiri. Another goal to them, the first to Alex Quinn. Calingiri now have 2. They are 2-2-14. Toodyay are 1-1-7. And after the first dominating by Toodyay, the first 4 or 5 minutes, Calingiri, the last 6 minutes, it's been all a one-way traffic to them. So conditions here pretty good. Bit of a maybe breeze across the ground here. Nothing too strong. And as I said, important game in the context of the season. It's 3rd versus 4th. It's Barry in the ruck work versus Roberts. Give that one to Roberts. Handball by Toodyay by hands was okay. He found Jackson Crook. He takes a bounce over the top. He found Crook on his right. This ball still in play. And good defensive pressure over the boundary line there for Lorito. That's Josh Lorito there for Calingiri. And the boundary umpire says, give the ball to me. Fantastic scenes in the background by our camera crewing, seeing a fantastic Calingiri town oval here. Conditions sensational. Shallow thrown in by the boundary umpire. By hands and knees was Staines. He drew the play over the top to Stanley. Stanley, little chiseler on the half back flank, but good defensive pressure by Heath Whistle there for Toodyay. Turn the footy, a good hard running and carry here by Calingiri. Goes on the right. Try to find the teammate there. He's running hard at it. Draws a play over the top here. The number, if he stands up with Harding, will be okay. Good defensive pressure by Toodyay, the defender, in Villios. Ball still in play. Villios had to throw up follow his own footy up by hands. The captain, good smother off the footy by Toodyay. Good defensive pressure and gets a kick. Saved a certain goal, but turn the footy back over. And Jacob Feast marks the ball on the defensive wing. Lead by 7, 13-16 to go on in the first quarter. So Feast puts in the hot spot here. Or dropped the soda, was the Toodyay defender. Is it going to come? Well, caught one high, sure as a Calingiri key forward. Umpire said no. Give you the benefit of the doubt. That was It's Damon Sinclair. Got Paul X by the big ruckman and Braden Roberts. Umpire throws a footy up. Good effort. Picking a blow on these. Might have caught one high there. Was the Kingery play there and Sam Clean. The umpire saw it there. So Clean. Too far out for goals. Umpire said play on, so he's going to kick it to the hot spot here. Wobbly kick off the boot. Numbers with Toodyay. Picking up blow with the knees was Bill Cordray. He's turned the footy over though. But we're out of danger here, hopefully thanks to the play of Harmon. Shocking bounce by him. Picks the footy up, draws the play over the top and finds his teammate. That's Jackson Crook. Crook's met in with a good tackle then by the big ruckman in Barry. It's Isaac Barry, and the umpire says give the ball to me. So 14-14 are gone in this first quarter. Margin 7, Calingiri 2-2, 14, 2J 1-1-7. So umpire's going to throw the footy up. Roberts with a big fister. He punches over the boundary line. This time it's going to be a boundary line throw rather than a ball up by the field umpire. On the bench there is Tommy Clune there for Calingiri. So boundary umpire's going to throw the footy in right in the forward pocket. Can they sweep another one in? Shallow throw in by the umpire there. Goes into play and good mark. A clunker. There is a Michael Sinclair, and that is a contender for a mark of the day. And as I said last week, pretty impressive. Sinclair kicked 5 goals last week. Could this be his first this afternoon? An important goal that would be in the context to extend the lead by a further 6 points. He leans back on this one. Goal umpire moves a fraction. And it's just snuck through for a goal. So another goal to Calingiri. Good effort by Sinclair. That is first, and no doubt as one of many this afternoon for Michael Sinclair. And Calingiri, they have their third. They are 3-2-20, 2J a 1-1-7. We've gone 16 minutes of this first quarter. Just good to have a target like Sinclair. Very smart, clever, leads to good space and converts accordingly. A good little buffer now for Calingiri. As I said, they're sitting 4th, 2J 3rd, so good game this one, 3rd versus 4th. So umpire throws a footy up. Roberts, a big thumper over the top. And it was the opposite rumping for Calingiri. He's seen a free kick here. It's going to go back to the captain there, and that's Charlie Harding. So Harding right in the middle of the ground here. He kicks the ball to the left half forward flank. Ball over the top was 2J was good. Might have given away a free kick. They did. So it's Bakic who kicked one earlier on. He decides to play on. Kicks the ball to the hot spot here. Good defensive pressure. And no, he's marked in the end. Thought the defensive spoil was okay, but clever mark in the end to Calingiri. And that's that play we talked about. Michael Sinclair. He's going to cause the back men here for 2J a lot of headaches this afternoon. So Sinclair. Michael Sinclair going for goal number 2 to possibly extend the lead by a further 6 points for Calingiri. Sinclair right behind this kick. Oh, he's put it absolutely beautiful. Second goal to Sinclair. More importantly, the 4th for Calingiri. They are 4-2-26. 2J a 1-1-7. And they are opening up a fairly handy lead in this first quarter. Conditions here very, very good. So 6 scoring shots to 2. Been a dominant start by the home side here, Calingiri. At one stage trail by 6 points, but the last 13 minutes they've had all the play through the key forwards in Sinclair and also Bakic. And also pretty ruck display too, also by Isaac Barry. This time doing the ruck work is Alex Quinn. Also in the centre, good defensive pressure by Sinclair. Umpires letting play go on here, no pride, and secondary ball up here. Quinn out-ruck this time. Umpire's just about in the ground there. Good defensive tackle then by the Calingiri player there in Steins. Ball spills out to the captain and Harding. Went backward rather than forward. Good defensive pressure then by Tommy Clune. He found his teammate and chips the ball to centre half forward. Good passage of play here. Calingiri just being patient with the footy. They found Quinn. Quinn goes to the left half forward flank, trying to find his teammate. Lace out, that was Bakic over his teammate into a pocket. Good passage of play here. And taking the good mark there is Ty Stanley. Just were patient with the footy there, Calingiri. Did not panic with the footy. Left one of their players to run in the better position. And Tars Stanley has an opportunity to kick another one for Calingiri. They're going just under 20 minutes. So Stanley left forward pocket here. Leans back on this one. And the goal umpire moves a little. Might have snuck through. It certainly has. Another goal there to Calingiri. Stanley has one. Calingiri now have 5. They are 5-2, 32. Toodyay a 1-1-7. And danger signs here for Toodyay. Looking well organised, aren't they, Calingiri side? Through the leadership of the captain there and Charlie Harding, number 9. Callum Patterson also in the midfield there for Calingiri. And Harry Corduroy, number 9 there for Toodyay. On the defensive part of the centre square here. Over the top was Alex Quinn, front the ball forward. Now trying to get his own footy. His opposite Ruckman and Roberts. And the umpire said, no chance to get rid of that, son. So another secondary ball up. Roberts versus Quinn. Roberts just thumped the ball forward, tried to find his teammate. That was Sam Chitty. He hit the ball in front of him. Did Chitty bang bang, and still in play there. And finally, boundary umpire says, give the ball to me. But good little run and carry there by Chitty, just trying to kick the ball to a bit of space in the half forward flank here for Toodyay, who trailed by 25 points. We've gone 21 minutes of this first quarter. This round 9 clash with the Mortlock Footy League. Thanks for your company on this Sunday afternoon. And another boundary line throw-in. Bit of breeze starting to pick up now. Favouring to the right of the screen, which Calingiri are kicking to. So maybe Toodyay might have that luxury also in the second quarter with the breeze. Good tackle there. Should be holding the footy, and certainly is. Damon Sinclair. Good tackle. And has a footy on the defensive wing there for Calingiri. Umpire said play on. You ran over your mark. Now there's a bit of danger here. He leans back on this, just pumps the ball down the half forward flank. Way to numbers here. Oh, good mark again. Jeez, he's got a good set of mitts, hasn't he? Is Sinclair. Absolute sensational mark. And he's going to have another ping for goals. He's in rare form, Sinclair. He's already kicked 2. As I said, he kicked 5 last week. And a very important piece of the jigsaw puzzle here for Calingiri. Sinclair, 40 metres out. A 45-degree angle, went around on the arc, got a bit of distance with a kick, and he's pulled it left for a minor score only. So 5-3-33, Toodyay a 1-1-7. In the later stages of this first quarter, it's been a good one for Calingiri, not so good for Toodyay. So decide to play down the half-back flank was Ferguson, the vice-captain, and he found his teammate. Good kick. Then they bring the ball in the corridor. Drummond had it. He found his teammate. Now it's Cook. Cook down the corridor. He's a better player for Toodyay. He's run himself a bit of trouble there. Trying to find Brown there. Brown's been gang tackled by the Calingiri player. Put the jumper over his head, and umpire said, I think you threw it away, son, and he has. So good defensive tackle there by Calingiri. Have the footy on that defensive wing. And lead by 26. They pump the ball forward down the left half forward flank. Good sprawl over the top by Big Roberts. Ball still in play. And the umpire says a boundary line throw in. So boundary umpire throws a footy in. Roberts, good tackle by him over the top. That's what you want in the ruckman. When you can't win the ruck contest, you put a bit of pressure on the opposition teammate. That's exactly what he did there, big Braden Roberts. So Roberts versus Barry. Barry wins this contest, thumps the ball forward. The numbers are there with Toodyay. Good pick up by Cook. Draw the handball over the top. This is better. To try to find Entwistle. Mike Entwistle went through traffic, trying to burst the play through. He's turned the footy over. Stolen by Harding, the captain, and goes straight down to centre half forward. This is good passage of play by Stanley. Stanley decides to play him from outside 50. Has a ping for goals. Has a great ping for goals. Fantastic goal to Stanley. That is a contender for the goal of the day from outside 50. Excellent goal then by Taj Stanley. He kicks his second goal. That one from well outside the 50-metre mark. That is certainly a contender for the goal of there. Decided to take the game on outside 50. Bit of breeze behind his left shoulder. He pumped that forward for another goal to Calingiri. They're 6-3-39 to 1-1-7. One-way traffic at the moment for Calingiri. Toodyay is about to hopefully wait for the first quarter to come about here. They kick the ball down the line here, and good defensive reading the footy then by Calingiri through Matteo Durham, and he goes up to centre half back just to take a bit of time off the clock here, just starting to calm the farm. Right off back flank here. They go down the line here, try to find the ruckman. That play was Barry. He kept on running to Barry from outside 50. Ball's going to just fade with a breeze for another minor score there to Calingiri, who now going to 6-4-40 to Toodyay 1-1-7. A margin of 33 points. Just over 25 minutes to go in this first quarter. Wouldn't be too long to go, much to go now with the first quarter. It's been a dominant one by Calingiri, the home side. Just waiting for the ball to get back into play here. So, the vice-captain, Sam Ferguson, has it for Toodyay. He's telling the ball to go long. He does. And still in the midfield here, trying to chisel the ball through half forward, trying to pick the below his knees there with Sinclair. He's been everywhere in the first quarter. And he's might have kicked another goal, just converting here. Umpire saying, did it touch or was it over the line? We'll see in a minute. And it is another goal. Another goal to Calingiri. And another goal to Sinclair. Boy, oh boy, they need to stop the dominance of him. He now has 3. Calingiri now have 7. So 7-4-46 to 1-1-7. It's been a dominant display by the home side, but we still have 3 quarters to go. One quarter of this one, 27.5 minutes, but there has been 8 goals kicked. 7 of those to Calingiri, 1 of those to Toodyay. He throws the footy up in the middle. Good defensive tackle by Woods. Held to him, and umpire says, give the ball to me. Get that number in a minute 21. Toodyay's not on the book at the moment, so I don't know who he is. He's a pretty big lad though. Diving on the contest, umpires circling, and he's prepared to throw the ball up. So 28 minutes now gone in this first quarter. 7-4 to 1-1. 21 from Toodyay, just pulls the ball out of the midfield. This is better by Toodyay, going down the forward line there, and good mark then by the big ruckman in Braden Roberts. Boy, oh boy, do Toodyay need this one. Roberts hug right in close to the boundary line here. Take a good kick from there. Roberts goes around on the arc, gets a bit of meterage with the footy. Not going to come around from there. It just sneaks in for a minor score only. Toodyay 128. Calingiri 74-46, a margin of 38 points. And we'll say the first quarter siren's not too far away. And for a TJ coach and coaching staff and players, you hope the siren sounds fairly shortly. Kicking the ball down the left half-back flank. Good defensive mark then by Villios. The umpires paid it surely. No, it's been touched off the footy. So another ball up here on this defensive wing. Good ruck work over the top. He's been dominant. This first quarter. And the ball's gone down defensively. Running very good as Backich. He kicked the ball to that player again, and Sinclair goes, thank you very much. Sinclair now has 4. Toodyay are getting absolutely poleaxed at the moment. Calingiri, they have 8 on the board. They are 8-4, 52. Toodyay, that's correct, a 1-2-8. Some rare form, isn't it? Kicking 4 goals in a quarter. Something Sinclair to be fairly happy with, I thought. They're pretty much silver service through the midfield, though. Through Woods, through Stanley, and through the captain and Harding, and dominant ruck work display so far by Isaac Barry. There's a reason why Calingiri have 8 on the board and 4 of those on the board of Sinclair. Ruck work once again. 21, Toodyay. As I said, not the budget. Don't know who he is, but he's going okay. Gets it back again. Tackled off the footy. Surely it's a free kick. I've seen that as well. Toodyay have the footy right in the centre of Calingiri Oval. Here you go, straight up the corridor. Good spool over the top by the Calingiri defender. That was Tyson Nolan. Now they run in the carry out of the half-back flank here. Good pace, good line. They go up the corridor here. Numbers are though with Toodyay. Over on the running the footy though is Hardeman. Good track and carry then by the Calingiri player in Brennan. Stacks on the middle here, and umpire says, give the ball to me. Good defensive pressure there by Entwistle. That's Mike Entwistle for Toodyay. 10 metres out from the goals here for Calingiri. Can they get goal number 9? They've already got 8 on the board at the moment. Toodyay out of danger. Kick off the ground by Villios. Hitting the ball hard. There was Clune. He's met up with wrapped up and fantastic. Should be holding the footy. Leighton Brown puts him on his backside. And good defensive tackle then by Brown from Toodyay. Goes defensively on that far wing. 2-on-1. Spool over the top was effective. And Barry will throw in here. And might have gone there. It is so quarter time here. Being one-way traffic at the moment. Calingiri are all over Toodyay at the moment. 52-8. We'll take a short break and come back to the start of the second. Welcome back to Calingiri Oval. Fantastic start by the home side. They have 8 on the board, 8-4-52 to Toodyay 128. And 4 of those have come from the boot of Michael Sinclair, who's been sensational up forward. He's marked absolutely everything at the moment, and he is looking very, very good. So the umpire, middle of ground, going to start proceedings for this start of the second quarter. Toodyay needs something here. Kicking with a bit of a breeze. I don't think it's worth 8 though. So players getting in their respective positions. Start of the second quarter of this round 9 clash in the Mortlock footy lead between Calingiri and Toodyay. Calingiri up by 44 points, 8-4 to 5-2. Umpire throws the ball in the ground there. Ball's on play here. Good effort by Berry. Finds his teammate Durnham. He goes to the hot spot here. Takes a bounce. With a run in the carry. On the left foot's okay. Toodyay chiseling the ball up the far defensive wing. Good effort there by Crook. Pulls the trigger. This is better by Toodyay. Going up forward here. And good strong mark. Don't know who that player is, number 21, but he's taken a very good mark here. And this could be the start which Toodyay need. We've got 1:15. Getting a goal early in this second quarter. Really good start by Toodyay. So leaning back on this. He's hugged it. Left for a minor score only. We needed a goal. The goal didn't come. So Thomas Clune has the footy now, doing the kicking in for Calingiri. So Clune shielding his eyes for the sun here. He decides to take a bounce. Draws a bit of run in the carry there on that far right half-back flank there for Calingiri. Hugs that defensive wing. And taking a good uncontested mark there is Taj Stanley. Has been good here this afternoon. Stanley over the top. Hugs the boundary line. Damien Sinclair takes a good mark. Once again, he's shielding his eyes from the sun. They go down the half-forward flank here. Spall over the top. Good defensive tackle then by Corduroy, the vice-captain. And no pride there. The umpires just give the ball to me. So 2:33 gone in this first quarter. It's been 1 point kick so far for Toodyay. Well in command, Calingiri. So run and the carry, burst through the pack here. Calingiri kick the ball to the hot spot here. Ball's over Wren. Shrugs a tackle. Might be holding the footy. Umpires here give him the benefit that was Stanley. Good defensive tackle there by both players. In a bit of trouble now, I think. Umpires should be holding the footy. And I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Lying on the bottom of the ground there's Dramajak there for Calingiri. Numbers here with Toodyay. They could run the ball around the defensive boundary line here. Is the ball going to stay in play? Yes, it is. Right in front of the commentary box here. Beating the player of the line, that was Riley May. And the boundary umpire says give the ball to me for a boundary line thrower. And Isaac Barry on screen, the ruckman for Calingiri. It's been very good so far. This round line clash, shallow throw in. Toodyay roved his own footy, but stolen off his hand by the Toodyay player by Corduroy, and kicks the ball in the pocket. Beautiful defensive score in by Jossie Laredo, the big golden fist. And Spud Frawley will be happy with that one. He's in the out of position. He just went over the top. He did a fantastic overspool over Michael Entwistle there, and the boundary line throw once again in the forward pocket here for Toodyay. They get a score on the board here. Good ruck work once again by Barry. Good defensive tackle there by Sam Chitty. And the umpire said you had too long, so hold the ball decision. And the recipient of the free kick there is Sam Chitty. About 25 metres out, directly in front. See if he uses the breeze here from left to right. So right behind this one, Chitty leans back on this. Goal umpire does not move, and Chitty goes bang, bang, bang for the first goal for himself, the second goal for Toodyay. Boy, oh boy, do they need that? Need that one, but good signs here for Toodyay. Good promising start in the second. See that breeze pull it from left to right. Chitty read the ball extremely well with the breeze and stuck that through for a handy goal for Toodyay. I need more of those. Still trailed by 37 points. It was 44 points at quarter time, so the margin's pegged back to 37. Umpire throws a footy up again, middle of the ground. Big Roberts, he's out Bruck. This time once again by Barry. Ball comes to the contest. Barry head over the pill. Toodyay with numbers. Umpire's letting play go on here. Still going nowhere, and good defence. Oh, might have caught one high. The umpire said yes, she did. So lucky kick there to Damien Sinclair. He decides to play and goes in the hot spot here, and just about mark over the top there by Quinn. Sock off the ground though, through traffic, through his teammate. That was Quinn. Kick around the corner here is no good. And good defensive mark then by Ferguson, the vice captain there for Toodyay. He goes down the line here. This is good by Toodyay. Smother off the footy. It falls back in the hands of the Toodyay defender. He chisels the ball to the half forward flank here. Ball by Calingiri. Read it buried by Barry. He's been tackled. Ball comes to the ground here by the Toodyay defender. There's Ewing. He put the ball up the corridor. The numbers of those with Calingiri. One of those was Sinclair. Through traffic, Sinclair on his hands and knees. Handball over the top. Shrugged off the footy then. It's hard to get a kick at the moment in that traffic there. Chitty by hands through his teammate Sinclair. Sinclair on his right here. Goes to centre half forward here. Hit the ball hard. 21 not in the budget. He gives the ball back. Gets it again. Handball 1-2. Falls in the hand of Entwistle. He goes in his right to half forward flank. The numbers are with Calingiri here. Sock off the ground pretty intelligently on the left. Gained about 25 metres. Geez, the Toodyay players sport each other. One of those was Entwistle, the other was Roberts. A lack of talk there by the Toodyay two players. Has caused a ball up here. 7:18 to gone, 8:4:52 to 2:3:15. Well done by Roberts to Ruckman. Rove his own footy. Now kicks on his non-preferred, that's his left to the forward pocket here. Numbers with Calingiri. Trying to force the ball over the side. Tackled very well. Umpires give him the benefit of the doubt. And a ball up. Once again, Toodyay on the mark here. Can they get another goal? Throws a footy up here. Roberts thumps the ball forward. Gained about 5 moves with the thump here. Well done by Pearson for Calingiri. Throws a ball on his boot. Goes to the defensive wing. Well done by Joseph Woods. Kept his feet. Over the top there to Daryl Sinclair. He's overran it. Pushed off the ground here by Toodyay. A rough and tumble effort there. Ball still in the middle of the corridor. Plays, umpires just let the play go on here. By hands was okay. Just handle the ball forward. Gained about 10 minutes. Calingiri get the footy. They kick the ball down the line here. Trying to mark over the top there was Kildroy. The umpire says give the ball to me for another ball up. Kick enough out for goals here for Toodyay, but they've had all the play in the first 8 minutes of this first quarter. Oh, excellent ruck work. That was very, very good effort. Win by Isaac Barry. Been very impressed with him. He's got a very good leap. Umpire's going to throw the footy up again. Barry out-rucked this time by Roberts for Toodyay. On his hands and knees was Harding. Bring the ball to the corridor. Ball over the top by the Toodyay player there in Stanley. He go back around the corner to Toodyay again. Have they kicked this one? No, another minor score again. It's Bill Cordroy probably had a bit more time than he thought. Flushes on his boot. Minor score only. And Toodyay 2-4, 16, 8-4, 52. Calingiri. 36 points is the margin here. 44 points at quarter time. So Calingiri have the opportunity to kick the ball out to Jacob Feast. Takes a bounce, takes another bounce. Well done by Feast. Goes down that defensive wing. Beautiful spot kick and finds Laredo. Laredo goes on his left. Good kick to him. Got a fist on it with a Toodyay defender. That was Ferguson. Still kept in play by Calingiri. And beautiful kick to space. And here he is, Michael Sinclair, going for goal number 5. It's a very good way to kick, wasn't it? Sinclair, very smart forward, went in the space. And in the end, an uncontested mark for Sinclair. Kick 4 in the first, kick 5 last week. He knows where the goals are this play for Calingiri. So Sinclair right behind this kick. Goal umpire moves a fraction to the left and a let off there for Toodyay, a minor score only. That's his only blemish on the scoreboard to Sinclair. Calingiri 8-5, 53, Toodyay 2-4, 16, 10, 52 are gone in this first half of this round 9 Mortlock clash. So Toodyay going down the line, or both players scored each other. Ball comes to ground. Good handball over the top there by Cook. He tried to find his teammate. That was Jai Thompson. He's had the defensive pressure there on Durham. And the boundary line is the best friendly right from the Toodyay interchange bench. So boundary throws a footy on, well done by Roberts. Got a little chiseler on the ball, gained about 10 or 15 metres. And the umpire said that's not deliberate. So it's a ball up once again, this time right in front of the interchange at both sides here at Calingiri Oval. Boundary throws a footy in, shallow one at that. Leading on the footy there was Barry. And he might have given away a free kick, I think. And Barry's the recipient for that free kick. Been a dominant big man, Barry. He kicks the ball down the line here. Try to find Joseph Woods. Good defensive pressure. Woods hasn't got it. Shrugged off the footy. Should be holding the man there to Callum Patterson. The umpire's seen that as well. So Callum Patterson, number 7 here for Calingiri. 25 to 30 metres out, directly in front, but tricky breeze this one. There's Tyler Harmelin on the bench there for Toodyay. So Patterson goes around on the arc, get a bit of distance with the kick. And there's that tricky breeze that's pushed it right for another minor score here to Calingiri. 8-6, 54, Toodyay 2-4, 16, 38 points is the margin. And good contested mark by Big Sammy Clune. Left half forward flank here for Calingiri. Clune just hoiks the ball to the top of the square. And good mark between the pack. Might be the Toodyay mark there. I think they've paid it. There's a contender for the mark of the day. An absolute ripper. Between the pack. Took the mark and decided to play on. Numbers of those with Toodyay. Handball's okay. Roberts overran it. Calingiri played didn't. His opposition Ruckman didn't. That was Barry. But he's turned the footy over. Comedy of errors at the moment. Toodyay trying to punch the ball forward. Numbers with Calingiri. Might have given away a free kick. It certainly did. He's played on here. And still don't know his name, the budget 21, so he decides to play him, but he's got to go behind the mark, and exactly what the umpire said. Good effort by the umpire. So we'll get his name in a minute, this guy. As I said, not on the budget, but he's the changing ruckman for Toodyay, big number 21. Done some good things. So he's decided to play it and kick it there to in the middle of the pack there, dropping the mark. Was Crook, Roving front and centre was Harding, draw the handball over the top, the hard running the end, McLachlan on the right. Little chiseler down the line here, hit the ball extremely hard, had a lot of time with the footy. That was Patterson. He decides to play and kick the ball to the left half forward flank. Beauty weighted kick. Well, Sinclair dropped a easy mark at the end, mops up down the back. Toodyay have the numbers. Bursting way through the pack though was Woods. Woods around the corner. Have the numbers there on Toodyay, and the boundary umpire says give the ball to me for our boundary line throw in. So Toodyay, they've weathered the storm. The restricted Calingiri have not kicked a goal this quarter. Toodyay have kicked one themselves. Boundary line throw in. Diving on the mark there is Bakic. And umpire said you had no prior, so another secondary ball up here, right in front of that beautiful gum tree here at Calingiri Oval. Umpire throws a footy up. Handball 1-2. Little chiseler on the left. And in mark, surely. He's been the Rock of Gibraltar down there. That's a second very good mark. He might give away 50 metres here. No, he won't, but yes, he has. So Sam Ferguson, he took one of the contenders for the mark of the day a couple of minutes ago, and he's taken another good mark here, the vice captain. He's been very good. He kicks the ball down the line here. Good effort. Toodyay, they're on the march here through Brown. He goes down the half full flank, trying to find Chitty. Chitty around the corner. Running in a bit of space though. Oh, hit the ball hard is Laredo. He went through the pack. Toodyay with numbers. And defensive pressure there by Leighton Brown. The Toodyay forward pocket. And umpire says, give the ball to me. 16:29 to go on. Margin 8-6, 54 to 2-4, 16. The home side Calingiri in front. Good ruck by the Toodyay ruckman. Through traffic was Calingiri. Should be holding the footy. It certainly was. Defensive pressure by Toodyay was very good in the forward 50. And opportunity here for Leighton Brown to have a ping for goals. Is about 30 metres out. A 45-degree angle. And they just get this goal here, and Toodyay back in the contest, I reckon. Leighton Brown. Decisive kick for goals, leans back on this one. He's got the distance, but unfortunately hit the post for another minor score to Toodyay, 2-5-17. Calingiri 8-6-54, margin of 37 points, coming up to 18 minutes of this second quarter. Hope you enjoy this company, this round 9 Mortlock League clash from Calingiri. Down the road, there is Sinclair. He takes a good mark, pulls the trigger, goes on the commentary side of the ground to Tommy Clune. He decides to mark. He goes laterally as well, running hard into space. Here's Josh Larudo. He used that trusting left foot to a bit of space, trying to find McLachlan. He overran it. Numbers are here with Toodyay. Handball got the 1-2, was effective. They kick the ball down the half forward flank. Roberts dropped the mark. Gets a little chiseler, but good defensive spoil then by Calingiri. And I think the player might have popped one high for Calingiri. That's Durham. Certainly did. Roberts put the sleeper hold on him. So it's Durham, two number 23s. Durham versus Roberts. Durham's won that contest. He hugs the boundary line here on that defensive wing. Dorito dropped the mark. The recovery was sensational. But you find the call from Patterson. Heard it. Patterson decides to play on now. Down the spot there, and great mark in the end. No, I didn't pay it. Surely it's a mark. The umpire said no, it was. It must have been touched off the footy. Foot might have been another mark to Sinclair, but must have been touched off the boot there. Throwing the footy up as Roberts for Toodyay. Kicks the ball to centre half back. Bursting through the pack. Got a handball out just in the end. Good run and carry by Isaac Barry. Kicks the ball to centre half forward, and another fantastic mark there with Damien Sinclair. And that is a contender for the mark of the day. Between the pack with Sinclair. He plays on, kicks the ball to centre half forward here. Wrapped up on a tackle defensively was Harneman. He decides to play him by hands and finds his teammate in the far side. That's Toodyay. They're out of danger here. And they kick the ball to the attacking wing here. And good mark on me. The back's the ladder. So Roberts has it. He's up and about, but turns the footy straight back over. Reading it better there was Patterson for Calingiri. He goes down the line, turn the footy over. And Ferguson for Toodyay reads it better. He tried to find Dramajack. He overran it though, so it comes back with a bit of interest there to Calingiri. And an ordinary kick, comedy of errors at the moment. Toodyay go back and finds Corduroy. Corduroy has it. Hugging the boundary line here, effectively finds Jovanak. He goes on that trusting left foot to the forward pocket here. And dropping a mark, but defensively, the umpire said you might have an arm chop here, and Riley May is the recipient of the free kick here. Decides to do the old-fashioned barrel around the corner, and he's kicked a goal. Good effort, Riley May. Thought he might have played on it a little bit too quickly, but he knew what he's doing. May brings up his first. He brings up Toodyay's third. 3-5-23. Calingiri 8-6-54. Just hanging in there. Toodyay still trailed by 31. And we're trailing by 44 points at quarter time. They picked the margin back by 11 this quarter. They've kicked 2. Calingiri have not kicked the goal this quarter, so a definitely win to Toodyay. And still hanging in there, I think. On the ground once again. 21 for Toodyay has the footy. Numbers as well done. He's been a very good player there, Patterson. He goes down the line and finds Stanley. Stanley through traffic tries to find Sinclair. He's met with a good tackle. Well done by Ferguson, the vice-captain. Goes down the line here. Damien Sinclair was okay, but hitting the ball very hard once again. He's been solid down there as Ferguson, the vice-captain. Getting a bit of distance with the kick. Might have been a push in the back there to Chitty. The umpire said it was, but we'll play on to advantage. Yes, the ball's on the right half forward flank here for Toodyay. Putting the skates on there is Ferguson. But once again, Calingiri out of danger here. The kick was no good. And running through the pack there was Nolan Farrow. He kicks the ball to centre half forward. Numbers by hands is okay. Chisel over the top there to Chitty. He found Thompson. Thompson by hands. They go forward again to Toodyay. And Jacob Corboy is on the end of a very, very good pass by Sloan. So Corboy kicked one in the first quarter. And a good 5 or 6 minutes again here by Toodyay. Jacob Corboy. 40 metres out. Bit of an angle. Breeze behind his right shoulder. Corboy. Not behind this kick at the moment. Goes in that trusting left foot. Get a bit of distance with the kick. Goal umpire moves a fraction, but it does not matter. Another goal to Toodyay. Goal number 4 to them. 4-5-29. Calingiri 8-6-54. Corboy now has 2. Good quarter this one. 3 goals, 3 to Toodyay. Calingiri, they've been restricted to 2 points, so a good win by them. It's Toodyay. As the clouds start to come here in Calingiri. Guy throws a footy up, this time bursting through the pack. There is Ty Stanley. He goes up the corridor, trying to find Sinclair, and in the hole there is Vilios. Vilios goes laterally. Oh, kick might have been out of bounds on the full. He's missed his target. And a costly kick over the top there to the captain, plays off. He's turned footy up. There's Harding. So turn off to turn off. So Vilios has the footy now. He goes in that right wing. Good defensive score by the Calingiri defender over the top. Boundary line throw in. Right in front of the Toodyay interchange bench there. Trail by 25. And that's the time gone in this second quarter. It's 25 minutes gone. Boundary umpire throws a footy in. Good ruck work, good tackle. Met by 2 players this time, and a bit of a state sandwich there. It's definitely holding the footy. Good defensive pressure by Toodyay. And that player was Crook. He decides to play to the right half forward flank. Unrealistic mark really in the end by Roberts. The guys let the play go on here. Hitting hard at it. Got the handball out. Next excellent effort by Calingiri, and beautiful kick to space. Ball dropped an easy mark in the end. So Calingiri forward. And the umpire says, give the ball to me. Good crowd there, enjoying this Sunday afternoon picnic atmosphere at Calingiri. 54 to 29, 8-6 to 4-5. Umpire throws a footy in by hands. Hit the ball hard there as Chitty puts the afterburners on, put the skates on, takes 2 bounce, try to draw the play over the top, but back for the challenge is Jacob Fisk. He's turned the footy straight back over. And falls back in the hand there of Toodyay. And there's Thompson. Liam Baker lookalike. He goes to centre half forward. Calingiri by hands. Good low penetrating kick and finds the captain in Harding. So Charlie Harding decides to play and kicks the right for the half foot flank. Beautiful weighted kick. And he finds Ethan Bakic. Kicking the second goal of the game, Bakic. And they just need this one to steady a bit, because Toodyay have had a good second quarter. Ethan Bakic outside the 50-metre paint mark. Take a good long kick from there. Distance is over the top, and what a mark! A screamer to Michael Sinclair. And right on the half-time break, Sinclair has taken an absolute ripper. So Sinclair can't run around because the siren's gone. It's just going to be a straight old-fashioned drop punt here. Right behind this, Sinclair does not miss. He kicks goal number 5. And right on the half-time score here, a handy one for Calingiri. They lead 9-6-60 to 4-5-29. They'll take a short break and come back for the second half. welcome back to Calingiri Oval. Half-time here sees Calingiri 9-6, Toodyay 4-5. The margin is 31 points. It was 44 points at quarter time. The margin's pulled back to 31 points. Major goal scorers, first of all for Calingiri, Michael Sinclair. He's sensational. He followed up with 5 weeks last week. He's already got 5 on the board this week. He's got 5. 2 to Stanley, 1 to Bakic and 1 to Alex Quinn. And major scorers for Toodyay. Jacob Corboy has 2, 1 each to Thomas May and to Sam Chitty. First quarter was an absolute avalanche by Calingiri. They kicked 8 goals, 4 in the first quarter to Toodyay 1-2. Through the dominance of Sinclair up forward, and also excellent ruck work by Isaac Barry, and the midfield in Charlie Harding and Ty Stanley were very, very good. And then in the second quarter, Toodyay turned the game around. They kicked 3 goals, 3 themselves, and Calingiri kicked 1, and that was right goal on the last second to Sinclair. So good effort by Toodyay. They've pulled themselves back into the contest here, but Calingiri have a bit of a probably 2 to 3 goal breeze this quarter, and they should extend their margin further at 2-3-quarter time. Better players for Toodyay. I think Corby's been good. Sam Ferguson's been the vice-captain, sensational down back. He's certainly saved 2 or 3 goals by himself. Sam Chitty's been busy in the midfield, and number 21, the ruckman, I think he's Aidan Wern. He's done some good things, but he's had his colours lowered to Isaac Barry, number 12 for Calingiri. And good camera work there showing the tight Toodyay bunch at one end of the ground, and Calingiri up the other end of the ground here. So Calingiri, they'll be kicking to the right of the screen this quarter. Toodyay will be kicking to the left of the screen. The players going back into the position here. Thanks for your company on this Sunday afternoon. Round 9 Mortlock clash between Calingiri at Toodyay, live from Calingiri Town Oval. And players going back in their respective positions here. As I said, the margin's 31 points to the way of the home side in Calingiri, who are sitting actually 4th, 1 win behind Toodyay, sitting 3rd. So they get this one, Calingiri, and they've both won 4 wins on the board here. And Roberts doing the ruck work for Toodyay. Barry for Calingiri. And fantastic vision by our camera crew there, just showing those beautiful light towers here. Updated those lights here at Calingiri Oval. Thompson in the midfield there for Toodyay. Damien Sinclair likewise for Calingiri. And also the captain in Calingiri, Charlie Harding, who's led from the front and been very good. So the start of the third quarter here, Calingiri up by 31. Roberts wins this contest very well, but put his head over the hole was Harding, the captain. Turnover City though, falls in the hand of Jai Thompson. He kicks the ball to centre half forward. Good defensive spoil by Loretto. He's been solid down back for Calingiri. Running hard at the contest is Sam Chitty. Kept in play though by Calingiri. Hugged the ball down the boundary line there. Big pack of marks, and an absolute ripping mark again. Geez, we've seen some good marks here this afternoon. That one's over the top to Toodyay. About 55 metres out, too far from goal. He's going to have a ping, I think. He's going to kick it to the hot spot here. And in front, taking a good mark here, is the big ruckman, or half forward. It might be big Riley May. It's the latter. And Riley May takes a clunker there, and this could be a bright start for Toodyay. Riley May's presented well in this game, but unfortunately hasn't been able to convert on the scoreboard. He could change all that. Riley May leans back on this. He goals. Fantastic start there for Toodyay. Rolly May kicks his first, but more importantly, he kicks Toodyay's fifth, 5-5, 35. Calingiri 9-6-30. Sorry, 9-6-60. The margin is now only 25 points. A bright start for Toodyay into a bit of a breeze. And that's just the spark they needed. It's a big Rolly May. 25 points. It was at one stage 46 points. So it's been a good comeback from Toodyay. The umpire's just doing a 6-6-6 count here. Roberts wins it, but Roving betters the opposition captain in Harding. He tapped it over the top there to Sam Clune. Clune down the corridor and the pipe. And there he is. Michael Sinclair. This guy's a superstar. Former player for Perth and the Waffle. He's been absolutely everywhere here this afternoon. He's already got 5 to his name. Might be goal number 6. 35, 40 metres out. A man of experience and skills, Sinclair. It should be a soda for him. Sinclair, gun barrel straight. And the quick answer here comes from Calingiri. Sinclair now has 6. Calingiri now have 10. And a quick goal back to them, 10-6-66 to 5-5-35. So goal for goal in the third quarter. 3 minutes are gone. Toodyay kicked one in the first minute. Calingiri have answered back thanks to Sinclair. And the margin is exactly where it was at half time. Back to 31 points to the way of Calingiri. So they're going to start on the ball up in at centre of Calingiri. Sinclair won it. Players on the middle. One of those is Patterson there for Calingiri. He's been in the bottom of the packs all afternoon. Both him and his opposition midfielder and Jai Thompson. Run by Roberts. Thumped the ball forward. Put the afterburners on a bit of pace there by Sam Chitty. Kick around the corner. He's done the old-fashioned mongrel pump at Loretto. In the hole. Marks are good in the end. He's been good, Loretto. Josh Loretto, the left footer, goes down the line here. Toodyay, they have the numbers. Good defensive tackle by the captain there and Charlie Harding. And the umpire said, no prize, so another ball up. 55 metres out from Toodyay's goal. Kick into a bit of a breeze. Roberts outrun this time by Barry. And the umpire said maybe Calingiri players cop one high. And the big ruckman. Was that Barry picking himself up fairly gingerly. And Roberts said there's nothing to it. The umpire said you got him high, son. So that's a free kick to Barry. Like the look of him. Got that right calf heavily bandaged like Big Max Gorn. Said Clarence, so he's gone off the side of his boot. Barron's got out of bounds on the full, missed absolutely everything. Commentator's curse, pumper players tyres up and they let you down. So playing on the van is to Velios. He kicks the ball to the hot spot here. Big pack of players here and good defensive mark once again by Loretto. He's been solid down back. He pulls the trigger on that half-back flank. Trying to find the fast-running Tristan Pearson. He gathers, he lowers his eyes and finds Stanley. That's Tar Stanley. He's tackled then by the vice-captain Ferguson. Should be holding the footy surely. And the umpire said, you're certainly right. So Ferguson read it better. Stanley was off. Ferguson knew he was off. Tackled him and tackled him well. So the vice-captain for Toodyay goes down the half-forward flank. Bit of distance with a kick. And once again, the numbers, one of those was Loretto. The other was Durnham. And both of them defensive spoil over the boundary line for a boundary line throw-in. About 25-30 metres out from Toodyay's goal. So they'll trail by 31 points. 6 minutes to the three-quarter time. Toodyay get it. tucked in the pocket here, hugged the boundary line, and good kick in the end. And Jacob Corby, the sharpshooter's already kicked 2. I reckon he's got the distance and the accuracy in him, Corboy. Very difficult angle here, as you can see. Right forward pocket. Let's make daylight between the goals here. So Jacob Corby. Take a good kick from there, but he's on the favoured left foot. He kicks around the corner. Has he got it through over the line? Just touched. Fingertip on it then by Jacob Feast for Calingiri. And Loretto, defensive kicking duties here. So the margin's 24 points, or exactly 30 points or 5 goals. They kick the ball defensively. Good effort by hands was Chitty. Draw the play over the top to McDonald. McDonald is right here. Trying to find big Aidan Wern. And defensively, good pressure then by Sam Clune. And boundary line throw in a couple of metres out from Toodyay's goals. Good contest this one. Calingiri have only kicked 2 since quarter time. They had 8 on the board at quarter time. So Toodyay, they've done back. They've just hung in there. Boundary line throw in. Got a fingertip on it. Low his knees. Handball out. Or got tackled from behind here. I think the Calingiri player didn't have it. The umpire saw that as well. So kick back here to Calingiri. Have the foot in the left back pocket. They're going to do the switcheroo. It's effective. And they play onto an advantage. They kick down the line here. But numbers of the Toodyay and Mike Entwistle takes a good defensive mark. He uses his left foot and punch the ball to the attacking area here. Used his body very well, Wern, but dropped the mark in the end. Ball on by Calingiri. Had a duck. Danger here. Kicks the ball down the wide. Entwistle. Very courageous mark. New contact was going to come. Stood under it. Got in the hole. And took the very, very good mark. He decides to play on his left foot. Kicks the ball to the hot spot here. Good defensive spoil by Loretto. Out-muscled his opponent, who was Wern. Now they're on a foot race here. Calingiri, the numbers are with them. One of those is McLaughlin. He handball over the top to Patterson. Patterson on the run and the carry, but turn the footy over. There he is, a defensive sweeper, Ferguson. He's giving away a free kick here. Might have been a relay one, it was. So Stanley has a footy here for Calingiri. Kicks the ball down the line here. Good defensive pressure. Smart play there by Thompson. He might have given away a free kick. He certainly has. It's Harding. So Harding has a footy. Captain for Calingiri. He's been solid all afternoon for his side here. Calingiri are up by 30 points. Coming up to 10 minutes of this third quarter. Good mark in front. His name written all over it is Alex Quinn. He's about 40 metres out. Quinn, he reckons the distance is within the kicking distance of his repertoire here. It's Alex Quinn. He's kicked one already in the first quarter. Going for goal number 2. Takes a big, deep breath there. It's Alex Quinn, right on the 50-metre mark. Bit of distance with a kick. It's not going to have enough distance in the end. And Spall over the top. Defensively by the Toodyay defender. And Ferguson over the kicking duties. He decides to play on. He goes down the right half-back flank. Oh, good pressure and good mark once again by Mike Entwistle. He's taking a good mark. It's the left footer. He goes down the defensive wing and taking a good mark in front of his Aidan Wern. In front of Loretto. Wern decides to play on here to centre half forward, but in the hole, taking a good defensive mark of Tommy Clune. So Clune centre half back. Goes switch on that fat side wing. Trying to find Patterson. Has been solid. He's hotly pursued by Sandfergan has been such a solid player for Toodyay. There would be definitely more behind the contest if it wasn't for his heroic efforts down back, and brings the ball into play here. And once again, a bit of a win there to Ferguson and a win for Toodyay. It's 11:24 gone, 10-7 Calingiri, 5-6 Toodyay. It's Cam Robbins doing the calling for you on this round night Mortlock clash at Calingiri Oval. Sunday afternoon. Umpire throws the ball up, but hoik the ball out is Roberts. Numbers of those with Staines here for Calingiri. He's tackled there by Leighton Brown. And the umpire says no price, so give the ball to me, ball up. Roberts, good ruck contest. Numbers with Toodyay, one of those with Chitty. Handball's even better. He found Thompson. Thompson goes to centre half forward here. Suck it off the ground there, but the numbers are with Calingiri. One of those is Clune. He can draw the play over the top and kick it laterally. And good defensive pressure once again by Chitty. Chitty over the top. He found May. May blindsided kick, but hitting the ball hard. It's Aidan Wern. Wern over the top, and a fantastic goal then to Ethan Grobjack. And a fantastic score assist goes to Aidan Wern, outnumbered 3-1. Left his player, smothered the footy, got the footy over the top, and Drabanjak gets a very easy goal. And this game, folks, is still alive. Calingiri 10-7-67, Toodyay 6-6-42. The margin, 25 points. Once again doing the 6-6-6 rule. So throws the footy up, Roberts wins it, comes to the contest, full up his own footy. He found Jackson Crook. Crook over the top, a little bit of run at the moment, Toodyay. They have all the play at the moment. They kick the ball to centre half forward here. Ball's in the air. Around the corner then by May. He's hugged it left for another minor score. Pressure for this Toodyay. Margin's only 24 points. Calingiri only kicked 2 goals since quarter time, and we're going coming up to 40 minutes of this third quarter. So Calingiri go laterally. Good kick. Finds Jacob Feast. Feast, ordinary kick. Out of bounds in the full is Miss Stanley. Coming back with a bit of interest here to Jai Thompson there for Toodyay. Right in the middle of those spectators there, including the water boy. And he's got a bit of distance, isn't he? He kicks the ball to the hot spot here. And over the top is Joshua Larudo, as he does all afternoon. The 1%ers. So minus score to Toodyay, 6-8-44, Calingiri 10-7-67. So Jacob Fist will have a kick in here for Calingiri. We've stopped at the moment. We'll play with Toodyay. So Feast takes a bounce, takes another, gets a bit of run and carry. He hugs the ball to the left half-back flank here. Over the numbers here. Falls in the hand once again of Toodyay. And from outside 50, I think they've kicked a goal, and they certainly have. And that's another goal to May. May has kicked his second this quarter. He's now kicked Toodyay 7th, 7-8-50. Calingiri 10-7-67. The margin, folks, is back to 17 points, and boy, oh boy, do we have a game of footy here. Calingiri have stopped. Toodyay haven't. They've kicked 6 goals since quarter time. Calingiri have only kicked 2. And been a dominant display of the mosquito fleet in the middle of Chitty, Thompson, Leighton Brown and Crook. They've cut them to rhythms this third quarter. Umpire throws a footy up. Fantastic knock once again by Roberts. Kicks the ball, knocks the ball to centre half forward, but Calingiri have the footy. Toodyay hit the ball hard by hands. It was Harneman. He hugs the boundary line. He's got a beautiful mullet there, Harwood. Number 22 there for Toodyay. And boundary line thrown right in front of the Calingiri interchange bench. A little bit worried at the moment. They've stopped. Toodyay haven't. 16 minutes have gone in this third quarter. There's been 4 goals kicked already this quarter. The popping one high was Calingiri Stanley. Pleaded for the kick. The kick didn't come. And a bit of a melee happening there right in front of us. Opposition player picks each other up. Hard, Russell from behind. Defensive tackle was good by Roberts. Turns the footy over. Toodyay with numbers. Handball through the corridor. Kick the ball to centre half forward, but reading it better. It's Tristan Pearson for Calingiri. He goes laterally. Finds his teammate. That's Feast. Feast. A little chisel down the line here. Dropping a mark there was Turner. Now he's in a bit of trouble. Shouldn't be holding the forward. Defensive tackle was very good by Noah Farrow. And holding the footy it is. Farrow shielding his eyes for the sun here. It's been a good quarter for Toodyay. Trailed by 31 at half time. So Farrow kicks a ball on that fat side wing. Roberts had a spoil on. Tries to get the second effort. Handballs a ball on. Might have been tackled high. Roberts is playing to advantage here. Well done by Wern. Wern through traffic. He found Thompson. Thompson by hands. And found his teammate. And that's Sam Chitty. So Chitty kick one of the second quarter. This one will make it very, very interesting. So Sam Chitty around the 50-metre mark, leans back on this, hugs it left for a minor score. To Toodyay, 7-9, 51 to 10, 7-67. All the attacking is with Toodyay. As I said, Calingiri have stopped at the moment. So Jacob Feast gains a bit of metage with a kick. And hugging the ball in the back pocket. They have the footy here. Get a bit of metage with the kick. Go up the corridor to centre half back. It's a dangerous kick. Numbers with Calingiri hit it very hard with Sam Clean. He's over the top. Draw the handle over the top to McLaughlin. McLaughlin had it before he spent it. Good defensive tackle there by Chitty. But they might have held him and didn't have it. And it certainly was. So McLaughlin has the kick here for Calingiri. 16 points is advantage. 18-19 have gone in this third quarter. Kicked the ball down the wing. Shipping under the footy was Quinn. He's overrun it. Got a handball out to his captain. That was Harding. He's overcooked the handball. Popped up in the end by Brown for Toodyay. He handballed the ball over. Running through the pack there's McLaughlin for Calingiri. He tried to find the hard leading Roberts. He's overrun it. And boundary umpire says give the ball to me for a boundary line throw. 16 points is advantage. 19-14 have gone in this third quarter of this round 9 Mortlock clash between Calingiri and Toodyay. And Toodyay, they are on the march at the moment. The Lions currently sitting third. Calingiri currently sitting fourth. So 10 metres out here. And Calingiri extend their lead. Shallow throw in by the boundary umpire here. Good defensive effort then by Toodyay, just trying to hustle the ball over a force behind. The umpire said, no, you didn't. 5 metres out here. Should have thumped the ball forward if you're Toodyay. And that they did. Excellent effort then by the vice-captain and Sammy Ferguson. So minor score here to Calingiri. 10-8, 68 to 7-9, 51. 17 points is the margin. 20 minutes are gone in this third quarter. So Toodyay have the footy, the run and the carry down the line here. Ball over the top. Defensively, Sinclair was good. And the umpire said, give it to me. As Roberts picked himself off the ground. And so does Charlie Harding for Calingiri. Wern, well done. He found Roberts. Roberts by foot. Kicked the ball on the defensive wing. Overrunning the footy. Over there was Cook. Had the handball out though to Wern. Wern done a little check side banana right foot kick going about 20 metres. Pleading for a free kick. It was Corby. He goes on the left foot. Corby. It's hugged the boundary line. It's still in play here. Finally, the boundary umpire says, give the ball to me. Probably had a bit more time than he knew then, Corby. And he had his time again. He probably would have gone for goals rather than centre the ball to the forward pocket region. So 21 minutes are gone. 10-8, 68, Calingiri, 7-9, 51 to Toodyay. Calingiri have the footy through Patterson, right half forward. He's kicked the ball out of bounds on the full. Good defensive marksman taken by Harry Cordroy. Cordroy over the top to the vice-captain Ferguson. He throws a ball on his boot. Good defensive ball over the top by Laredo. And boundary umpire says give the ball to me for a boundary line throw-in. Still 17 points of the margin. It's been a good one for Toodyay. They're down by 31 at half-time. So they've pegged the league back by 14 points to only 17 points here. The defensive ruck by Barry was effective by hands, but risky handball. And another score there for Toodyay on the boot of Jai Thompson. 7-10-52, it's 10-8, 68. 18 scoring shots to 17 after dominant first quarter. Calingiri, since quarter time, have been pretty ordinary, to be honest. And Toodyay haven't. So kick down Feast with a bit of distance. He's turned the footy over. He found Sam Chitty for Toodyay. He turned the footy over as well. Tyson Nolan read it better. He trying to find the big ruckman. He overran the footy then. Now he's a bit of danger. Now he gets his own pill. Didn't panic. Now he's in a bit of trouble. Handball eventually over the top. He tried to find Sinclair. Sinclair socket off the ground there. Got the 1-2 and missed absolutely everything. Might have been touched on the line or pleading for out of bounds on the floor. I think it's the latter. Through Charlie Harding, the captain for Calingiri. He sees his side 16 points up. Later stages of this third quarter. Umpire saying, is it touched or is it throw-in? I think it's touched. So Harding wanted it. It was touched off the line. So bit of a win there for Toodyay. Boundary line throwing. Roberts versus Quinn. Roberts missed it. Soda. Tried to find Sinclair. Sinclair by hands found Thompson. Thompson through traffic. The player from, I think, Calingiri didn't have it. That was Quinn. The umpire said, he certainly is. So Alex Quinn. Kicked the goal in the first quarter. Been fairly quiet since then. And that defensive wing, he kicks the ball down the line, trying to find Sinclair. Ball comes to the ground. Well, good roving over there by Joseph Woods. He's met on a fierce tackle then by Chitty and might be holding the footy. It certainly is. It's by Noah Farrow. So Farrow looking at his options. He still keeps the ball on the defensive side of the ground there. Bit of distance with a kick. Good roving front and centre is Harding. He threw the ball on his boot to half forward flank. Over the top was Farrow again. He bring the ball to the ground. And no cry there. The umpire says give the ball to me for a ball up. Cutting a little bit of a knee in the midriff. Those hurt. That's Tar Stanley. It's a bronc contest by Quinn. Sock off the ground. Pretty intelligent game. About 20-30 metres for the kick. Trying to find Calvin Patterson. Has been fairly quiet this quarter. Still kept in play intelligently there by Turner. Hayden Turner kicks the ball to the hot spot here. Voigt can around the ground is Sinclair. He's thrown over the boundary line or the point line for a force behind. It's holding the footy, I think. Yeah, good defensive tackle by Toodyay on Sinclair. Good effort by Leighton Brown. He hugs the boundary line there defensively over the top. Through the fingertips there of Staines. He gets a second go at it. Smother off the boot for another boundary line throw-in. Staines doing the ruck work. He found his captain, Harding. He kicks the ball to half-forward flank defensively. The vice-captain was very good. That was Codroy, pushing the back surely. There's a play there for Calingiri and Callum Patterson. And the umpire saw that as well. So Patterson had a good first quarter, pretty quiet in the second and third. The opportunity here to kick a much needed goal for Calingiri. Having trouble with the scoreboard only once this quarter with one. So Patterson leans back on this. Goal umpire moves a little, but doesn't matter. It's just snuck through for a goal there to Patterson. But more importantly, another goal there to Calingiri. So Calingiri are 11-8-68. Toodyay are 7-2-52. And a much needed goal there by Calingiri. Scoreboard just updates there, 11-8-74 to 7-2-52. Margin 22 points. So all that hard work at Toodyay. We're down by 31 points at half-time. Still trailing now by 22 points after a fairly dominant third quarter by them. But Calingiri have the answers through Callan, Patterson. So Wern wins this contest. Well rode with the captain by Harding by Calingiri. Kicks the ball to centre half forward. Well done by Bill Codroy for Toodyay. He got a fist on it. Found his teammate by hands. That was his brother Hayden, Harry Colroy. He got tackled from behind. Good defensive by Toodyay. Later tackle on there was Brown. And Brown good under the pressure. Not too long to go now in this third quarter. We're going just up to 28 minutes. Margin on the scoreboard there, 11-8-7-2. 22 points. Well done by Quinn. Got a fingertip on it. Socket off the ground intelligent by Chitty. Gained about 10 or 15 metres. Well done by Loretto. Put his body on the line then. Oh, couple on high surely. Ordinary attacking the footy by Thompson. And the kick here to Damien Sinclair. Just taking a bit of time off the clock at the moment. So Sinclair, defensive wing. Kicks the ball down a half forward flank. Picked the ball up and got tackled heavily was Swartz. He's on his hands and knees trying to chisel the ball out, but good defensive pressure here by Toodyay. Like he's not giving hold of the footy. And picking up off the ground there's Callum Patterson. Ball through the contest. The captain, that was Harding, has been slammed. Tackled into the ground then by Velios. And another ball up here by the umpire. Got the front position by Wern. On his hands and knees, trying to suck the ball out. Good effort. Hell, when he didn't have it, surely was Corduroy. Almost said no, you want. Also thrown off the play there was Callum Patterson. Umpire seeing that from a mile, but the non-officiating umpire seeing Patterson just thrown off the footy. It's going to go back, is it? Is it Patterson or is it the opposite? No, it's Toodyay's kick. To Leighton Brown. I would have thought it might have been Patterson, but it's Brown here for Toodyay. Gains a few meterage. Finds his teammate, that's Cook. So Cook goes on this attacking wing. Good mark in the end. Good few marks so far at this quarter. Some more Kent. Whistle, a couple of courageous marks earlier on. So right from the interchange. Richie Ink whistle. Here for Toodyay. Goes down the half forward flank. Scored over the top was affected by Laredo. And it is three-quarter time here. Calingiri 11 goals 8. 74 to 7-10-52. We'll come back for the last quarter. Welcome back to the start of the last quarter. Sees Calingiri up by 22 points. Sinclair with 6 for Calingiri and 2 goals each to May and Corby for Toodyay. It's been a good comeback here by Toodyay. One stage down by 48 points, so good effort by them. But they've got another fuel in the tank at Toodyay. Weren't doing the ruck work. Drives his own footy. Handball over the top here by Thompson. He bursts the way through to centre half forward as Thompson kicks the ball down the line here. Well done by, once again, Burrito was good on his left. Finds his teammate. Lace out, that's Sinclair. He pulls the trigger and goes down the pipe. And he finds Barry. He goes laterally. Good running here by Calingiri. Got the run and the carry go now on that far defensive wing. And he finds McLaughlin. McLaughlin over around the footy. Got enough time to get his own pill. Goes around the corner. Going to about 20 metres, but defensively good effort by Toodyay in the hole. Taking a good defensive mark there is Harmelin. And that left half-back flank. He goes defensive wing. Good penetrating kick. Oh, taking a one-hander. He's been sensational, Joshua Laredo. On the left foot. Kicks the ball to centre half forward. Ball over the top was affected by nth whistle by Toodyay. He gets a fist on it, but well rove there by Patterson for Calingiri, who throws a ball on his boot. Standing under conscious was Quinn. He's over in it. Roving Bennett's front and centre Sam Clune. He goes on his right. Good vision. Left his player from Toodyay. That was good by Nick White. He socks the footy on. Going 6 or 7 metres. Still running over the footy. Well done by White. Saved a certain goal. Nick White. Good effort. 128 are gone. 22. The margin to Calingiri. Wern over the top. Good ruck work by Barry. He got a little fist on it. Through the traffic of play was Calingiri. Diving kick through traffic was Patterson. Cool, calm, collective under pressure. He finds Sinclair. And Sinclair on the right finds his captain, and that's Harding. So we've got a little chain of handball and also kicking here to Calingiri. Harding goes down the line here. Going up with one hand, should have gone up with two. That was Backich. And unfortunately, the ball's been turned over here. So the numbers here with Toodyay. Picking up good below, and there was Jacob Corby. He goes down the line. It's good play here. He finds May. He's kicked a couple. So May goes down the left forward pocket here. Umpire might play that. He certainly has. That's Big Roberts. Braden Roberts. He decides to play it. Should have had a bit more time and should have carried the ball a little bit better. Good diving tackle then by Damien Sinclair. Defensive tackle. Absolutely brilliant. Lucky not to get hold of the footy there. Well done by Sinclair. 10 metres out here. From Toodyay. Defensive tackle when Cook was sensational. Going through traffic. Held to was Harry Corduroy. And still no more going with the distance here. Good leap. One through Kelly. Good defensive tackle. Pressure on Tristan Pearson. By young Crook. And basically the same position as we had in the last 15 to 20 seconds through the defensive pressure on both sides. Fist on over the board by Barry. Kicking a forward pocket here. No chance to kick anything there apart from out of bounds on the full by Cook. And kicking the play back to Calingiri to Tommy Clune. Clune in the back pocket. He's been solid. Chewing a bit of time now. 4 minutes ago and still no score. So Clune goes on that defensive wing. Good hard run and carry effort then. So Calingiri out of danger here. But reading the board better. He's been sensational. Vice Captain Ferguson finds his teammate. It's Crook. Crook down the line here. Good defensive ball. Roving front centre. Excellent effort then by the Toodyay little forward there in Chitty. And good defensive spoil by Calingiri and Jacob Feast. The boundary line throw in once again. So still no score. We've gone 4:32 in the last. Exactly was at 3/4 time, 11-8 to 7-10. 22 points the margin of the home side in Calingiri. On hands and knees. Toodyay trying to force the ball forward. Somehow got a handball on it. Good defensive pressure there by Sinclair. The kick around the corner by Staines. He might have missed absolutely everything. And the umpire says it might have been touched. It might have been out of bounds in the fourth. It's the ladder. So kick back into play to Toodyay. Okay, a bit of metage on the mark there. They kick the ball down the left half forward flank here. Good ball over the top once again by Laredo. Always does the 1%ers. It's Joshua Laredo. And another boundary line throw, ensuring up a bit of time. Now the team, the time could be the enemy now here for Toodyay. Since quarter time, they've won the battle, but not the battle on the scoreboard. Over the top was Barry. He found Laredo. Laredo on his right. Get a bit of distance in the kick. Through hands and knees. Good effort by Parry. He found Chitty. Play from Toodyay pleading for a free kick. The umpire had none of it. Once again a secondary ball up here. Wern, good. Trying to find Thompson. Bursting through the pack. Harmelin once again found his vice captain. That was Ferguson. He kicks the ball to half forward flank here. Hit the ball hard there with Staines. Kept his feet. Now he's overrun it. Now he's in a bit of danger. Swimming around the foot here. Toodyay, 1, 2, 3, 4 players with the vice captain Harding. He comes out with it for Calingiri. Roving better is Chitty. Chitty, little underground handball, is intelligent. Can the ball stand up? Yes, it can. He's just got to maintain his composure and kick a goal, and he's missed. Some Cook would like to have his time again. Had a bit more time than he thought. But first score on the scoreboard goes to the way of Toodyay. They are 7-11-53. Calingiri 11-8-74. It's pegged back by 1 point to 21 points here. Calingiri shooting his eyes for the sun. Exercise to play on. There's Tom Clune. A bit of distance to the kick, trying to find Sinclair, went through his hands, but recovering even better down the line is Isaac Barry. He found Smith, and Smith will chisel a kick over there, but push out of the back. Calingiri play onto advantage here, down the half full flat, just marking the ball in play. You're on the attack here, Stanley. Stanley's pleading for a 50. The 50's not there. Tars Stanley kicked 2 in the first quarter. Possible, I would have thought, from where he is at the moment. He's going to have a ping. Tars Stanley. Take a miraculous kick from there. Stanley deep in the pocket. I tell you what, he's kicked it. Oh my God, Stanley has absolutely nailed a ripping goal there. That is one for the ages, and that is a contender for a goal of the day. Well, should have backed himself in, but didn't. Thought the angle was a little bit different, but Brother Stanley, he's nailed a fantastic goal there for Calingiri. 12-8-80 to 7-11-53. And Tar Stanley, a fantastic goal in the middle of the ground once again. Well done by Wern, trying to burst his way through the pack. His opposition, Rutten, grabbed it. That was Barry. Barry's buried in a tackle. Playing to advantage, so Calingiri go up forward again to centre half forward. Marking the ball better is Bill Cordroy. He decides to switch the play all by himself on the far side. If it stands up, it does through Crook by handballs. Little chiseler, he found Thomas May. May down the line. He finds Drabjack. So Drabenjack hugs the boundary line here. Good defensive spoil by Calingiri defender there, and Tyson Nolan punches over the line for a boundary line throw in. Margin is 27. Coming up to 10 minutes of this last quarter. I think Calingiri might be home here. Boyne gets the front position, but is out muscled by Barry. He brings the ball to the ground and forces another ball up. Giving a bit of time now. Ball done by Wern. Roped his own footy, kicks the ball to the hot spot here. Ball done by Calingiri. Excellent effort, put the ball in front of him. Ball done by Clean, and Clean over the top and finds Swartz. Swartz goes down the left half forward flank. He's overcooked the kick though, but effort by Stanley. Defensively down the line, like it's not deliberate out of bounds, but umpire said no, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. 10:32 we're gone now. Margins 27. Calingiri have led all day. 44 at quarter time, 31 at half time, and 22 points at 3/4 time. And the ball's just rushing there through for another boundary line throw in. A couple of metres out from the Calingiri's goal. Good game this one, 3rd versus 4th. Shallow throw in by the boundary umpire, so now she's thrown again a bit deeper. So waiting for the boundary umpire, that's better. Over the top doing the ruck work was Bakic. And once again the boundary umpire's the best friend, running through there for effort then by Roberts. 5 metres out here. Bakic, good ruck knock over the top. Ball's in a bit of skirmish here. Below his hands and knees is Corduroy. He's met defensively over the top then by Patterson. And the ball's going nowhere. Defensive pressure on White was good. And once again, field umpire throws the ball up. Roberts with a big left arm fist. He goes down the line. Try to find Corduroy. That's Bill. He's sat on it. Tried to burst his way through. And challengingly with a handball was Bakic. Ball comes back into the corridor here. Step up, it will be okay. The numbers are with Calingiri, but over on the footy was Clune. Over on the footy once again is Clune. There's Combies everywhere at the moment. There's Burrito. He's been good and solid. Roberts overran it. Copping one high, but it was his own play in the end. It's Noah Farrell. He got tackled by his own player in Harmelin. That's why there's no free kick. 50 metres out here. Coming up for 13 minutes of this last quarter. Roberts with a big fist by the thumb. He found his teammate. That's Thompson. He goes on his left foot on that far defensive wing. Numbers of those where Calingiri, one of those was Harding. It was spoiled over the top by Crook for him. His teammate Harding into the centre half forward, and beautiful mark then by Aidan Wood. He decides to play by chain of handballs, and missing from about 15 metres out is Jackson Crook. He'd like to have his time again. He's burnt his teammate in the square. That was Entwistle, and definitely fluffed that opportunity up, did Toodyay. They're now 7-12-54, Calingiri are 12-8-80. 26 points the margin. And Jacob Feast will relieve the pressure for Calingiri. He decides to play on. He kicks the ball on the right half-back flank. He's going to miss absolutely everything here. So it's out of bounds on the full. Coming back into play here for Toodyay will be Entwistle. So Mike Entwistle right in front of the Calingiri interchange bench. He decides to play on and kick the ball to the hot spot over there. Ball comes to ground, roving it front and centre. That is a clever goal to Harry Corduroy. And a very handy goal to Toodyay. That is their 8th. They are 8-12 at 60. Calingiri 12-8-8 in the margin. Back to 20 points and 15 minutes coming up of this last quarter. 2 goals have only been kicked this quarter, so it's not going to be a long quarter. Now counting down to 15 minutes of the last. It's been a good comeback by Toodyay. Good knock by Roberts. Thumps the ball with a half-forward flank, reading it better for Calingiri with Damien Sinclair. He's been solid. Kicks the ball on the defensive ring. Putting the skates on there as the Calingiri playing. Maybe pushing the back, surely. It is. And it's going to Callum Patterson. The Bailey Rogers lookalike Patterson. Send over Mellis for Claremont. So Patterson kicks the ball down the line there. And good defensive mark. Taken by Toodyay in the back pocket. Running stagnant at the moment. It's Codroy, that's Bill Codroy, the captain. He's hugged the boundary line there. Ball still in play though. Still trying to get the ball out. Umpire circling and circling and circling finally. There's no other decision to make apart from throwing the ball up. Roberts, fist over the top. Numbers of those with Calingiri. One of those is Patterson. Put the ball hard. Numbers are those with Toodyay. A scramble kick out of the halfback flank here. The ball hard and pushing off the footy, well done by Sam Chitty. He got the second relieving kick. He finds drop drop. He uses that left foot, pulls the trigger. He finds May. May around the corner. And good vision and good mark here. It's good play by Toodyay. That's Entwistle. Mike Entwistle kicking off out from goals. He's going to kick the ball to the left forward pocket here. And good defensive spoil done by Pearson. Ball still in play though. Pearson's thrown over the boundary line for another boundary line throw and chewing up a bit more time on the clock here. 20 points is the margin. 12-8 to 8-12. 10 metres out here from Toodyay's goal. Shallow thrown by the boundary. The umpire says give that another throw in. This is live and free on film and footy. Thanks for your company on Sunday afternoon. Well done by Wern. Another shallow throw in by the boundary. So third attempt by the boundary. One ball by Wern. Out up by his teammate Isaac Barry. Burrito by hands. And Whistle over the top, getting kick out was Feast. He kicked the ball to centre half back. Intelligent sock off the ground by Calingiri again. A bit of metage with the kick, but mopping up down back is Farrow for Toodyay. He kicks the ball to the half forward flank here. Good defensive pressure there by Feast. And throw him over the boundary line for another ball up. So 20 scoring shots each, 20 points is the advantage to Calingiri. 19 minutes have gone in this last quarter. So Wern by hands. Swartz stole the ball off the boot. Is that deliberate? Umpire circling and circling. And no, a throw in. Good decision by the umpire. If it's probably AFL, it would have been deliberate. But on a bit of pressure here. Trying to find the Calingiri interchange bench, but sees them being in front by 20 points. Ball done by Barry. Bring the ball to the ground. Good defensive tackle by Aidan Wern. A sleeper hold on the captain there, Charlie Harding. Well done, Harding. Right in front and centre. Kicks the ball in the ring, but good mark down back. He's been solid, Bill Codroy, the captain. Bill Codroy kicks the ball to the right half forward flank here. The reader was good, kept his feet. And takes a mark by Swartz. Jack Swartz. Left half back flank. Runs it there with Toodyay. By hands with Farrow. Farrow drew over Platt, but well done by the play there for Calingiri and McLaughlin. He kicks the ball to left half forward flank. trying to find Brennan. He's been hardly sighted. Brennan. Sinclair had it. Kicked the ball to the pocket. Oh, dropping it. Sewed it in with Backage. Good defensive pressure by the defender there, and it might be a free kick here. It certainly is. So Ethan Backett, lucky to get a kick. Poor opposition centre Bill Cordery's on the ground with cramp. He picks himself up. Bit harsh. The captain, you got cramp. And this could be the final nail in the coffin, I would have thought, to Toodyay, if he can kick this. Beckett's leans back on this. He's pushed it wide, and the crowd sets all it deserves. Missed absolutely everything. So the band's on the full. Kick back in play here to Toodyay and Ferguson, the vice-captain. So Ferguson decides to play on down back. And good defensive marks. Been taken by the captain there in Charlie Harding. He kicks the ball to centre half forward and finds Sam Clune. Should take a bit of time here at Clune. 21 minutes are gone. They're still in front by 20. So Clune kicks the ball to the right half forward flank over the top of Sinclair. And by Patterson. The through pack is Toodyay on his hands and knees. Is intelligent. Play by Chitty. Georgia play over the top. Loretto went on his non-preferred, that's his right, and turned the footy over. And good defensive marksman taken by Sloan. Decides to play on the boundary line. And Pearson overrun the footy there for Calingiri. So maybe the spark's gone out of this game at the moment. 22 minutes are gone. Margin is still 20. It was 22 at three-quarter time. The way of Calingiri. Not by Barry, but Rove this time by in Whistle. He went on his left and Drabjack overran it for another boundary line throw, and certainly got their efforts. The boundary line umpires this afternoon. A lot of throw-ins on that far half-forward flank and wing. Roberts outrun by Barry. Barry found Clune. Clune still kept his feet, and there's a bit of danger. And another boundary line throw in here. So Clinton will win this one. They'll go equal with Toodyay with 4 wins on the board. So a good win by them, I would have thought. Roberts overrun the footy through hands. Good defensive tackle. I think the player there for Toodyay didn't have it. That was Leighton Brown. So Brown decides to play on. The ball down the line, finds Drabanjack. He decides to play him too. Good kick. And for Jacob Corby. Kick 2, one of the first and one of the second. Getting a bit of advice from those people in the crowd. Having a couple of nice froths too on a Sunday afternoon. So Corduroy. Jacob goes down the line here. Still kept in play though. Might sneak through for a goal, and it might be touched on the line. No, it is a goal. Excellent effort. The point of the square, I think I'll give that one there to Aidan Boone, right on the point of the square. A much needed goal from Toodyay. But I think time is going to be the enemy here. Good effort by them. Right on the point of the square, Aidan Boone has just managed to get a boot on the ball there. So it brings up Toodyay's 9th goal. They are 9-12-66. Calingiri are 12-8-80. 14 points is the margin. Not too long to go in this game of footy, I would have thought. Trying to get 3 goals from here at Toodyay. Would have thought could be a little bit too difficult. But you never know. Roberts got to start from him in the midfield. Good knock by him. He found his teammate. That was Brown. Brown over the top. He found Thompson. Thompson was thrown on the deck when he didn't have it. I've seen that as well again. Chewing up a bit of time. We're up to 25 minutes. Good tackle by Calingiri and Pattinson. So Pattinson goes laterally. Kick was pretty ordinary in the end. Pretty slack effort. Didn't want in the end. 25-12 have gone in this last quarter. Well done by Wern. Put a fist on it. Codroy ran over it. That was Harry Codroy. The umpire circling and a ball up here. Good knock by Barry. Follows up his own hard work. Pollock's into the ground and held to playing to advantage here, so they go away to Drabjack for Toodyay. Kicks the ball in the half forward flank here. Numbers are there with Calingiri. Good defensive mark by Feast. He plays on. It's touched off the boot there. In a bit of danger now. And pleading for a kick. The kick's not going to come. Touched off the boot there. The umpire's 100% correct. Throwing the ball up here. Roberts was good. Chip off the ball intelligently there by Ant Whistle, but well done. Patterson for Calingiri. And he finds Sinclair, who set up the game here this afternoon, kicking 4 goals in the first quarter. 6 for the game. Decides to kick the ball down the far side of the ground. Well done by Toodyay for Codroy. Bill Codroy. It's going to bring rain here. Sinclair puts a fist on it. Goes about 20-30 metres with that fist. Still in play though. Sinclair still running. Needs a bit of danger. Good defensive tackle then by Nick White for Toodyay. Going nowhere. Tucked in a tight little corner there. And here at Calingiri Oval. 27 minutes are gone now. 14 points is the margin. Ruck by Bakic. Good roving. Then by Crook. Hugs the boundary line over the top. And Josh Rito still hands over the top there to the captain. Has been solid and Harding. But down on the far side there is Thompson there for Toodyay. It turns the footy over and well read by Jacob Feast. Has been solid at centre half back here for Calingiri. And siren has gone here. Calingiri 12-8-80 have defeated Toodyay 9-12-66, a margin of 14 points. Sinclair, sensational. He has kicked 6, 2 goals to Stanley and 1 goal each to Bakic and to Quinn. And for Toodyay, 2 goals apiece to May, to Jacob Corby, and single goal scores to Chitty, to Crook, to May and to Colroy. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.